first Salsa beginner course. Welcome to the course and thank you for purchasing it. We are grateful and we will try to teach you from point zero to go all the way to go out salsa clubbing in this course alone. This course is comprised of 3 videos and each video has its purpose. We will explain on the way slowly. I put an introduction into this first video which is called Shines, also known as Footwork, where we'll be doing how to do the basics and keep in rhythm, which is very important. And also I wanted to get to know us a little bit better so you can get more relaxed, we can get more relaxed and have fun with the lessons. I am Alexandros and with me is my fiance and wife-to-be Andrea. We are from the Island of Cyprus near Greece. We're Greek Cypriots, our native language is Greek. And we have been teaching together for almost a decade now. Andrea has been dancing more than 10 years. I've been dancing since 1998. That's about 22 odd years. And between us we have 30 plus years of experience. Now I'm not saying that to gloat or anything, it's our job that we're going to do now that's going to be doing the talking. I'm just saying that because we are professional dancers, we get up on stage, we do rehearsals, and we have a very quite good level. And our friends dancers, our colleagues as well that are good and professional, they all have something in common. They have very good basic structures. They know their rhythm, they know their lead, their follow, and they know all the basics correctly. And that's what I wanted to go by mentioning this story, that through our experience we found out that in order to become, I don't know how far you want to take it, but if you want to become better and better at something, that's why we do things anyway. It's to have good basics. And you see, this is the introduction video and I already started lecturing about the lesson. That's how it is. I really love teaching and I want people to understand completely what they're doing. So you will hear me talking a lot and explaining why some things are like that and about rhythm as well. I have a folder. We will be getting 4 links, the 3 courses, the 3 lessons, and 1 folder which are full with copyright-free songs. So if you want to share what you've learned with your friends and put the music, you can do it. The only one is not copyrighted, it's the one that helps you stay on the beat, which counts 1. Every time 1 to find the beat. So I want you also to be on the beat, because if you learn all these steps and all these combinations, but you don't know how to stay on the beat, it works nothing towards your favor. You have to stay on the beat. Okay, so this was our little long intro. Let's get started by first learning how to use our feet and then doing it with music. By the way, even if it's one video, I want you to consider each segment of the video. I will also put in editing that it's finished and you will not continue and do this whole video in one day. You will practice 2 days with the music that I send you, or if you like, find from YouTube if you want faster, because the music I make it a bit slower to learn how to practice. And from there you can continue after 2 days to the next lesson. But before you do the next lesson, you repeat everything from the previous one and then do the new lesson. You have to do that when you're a beginner, so you have second nature your feet, because you will have to learn, and as a lady and as a guy, to use your upper body to lead and follow. And if you're thinking about your feet, what they're doing, and if they're on the beat, then you won't be able to dance. These are important things, and even if this is just the intro, I've taught you more about salsa and social dancing than I could with the steps. Okay, so let's get dancing and let's get moving. Now that you got to know us better, now that you got some sound advice about how to move, I will be reminding you how to use this course to your benefit and not overdo it if we get too much information. This course should take at least 2 weeks to a month to complete. Don't learn everything in one day. If you're 1 in a million that you actually pick up fast, very good. You have talent for memory, and that is very helpful for any dancer. But now we're going to start with our very first basics in salsa, and we're also going to be showing two beginner movement isolation, the hands and the hip. We cannot do more because number one, I have another course after you finish this if you like, which is body movement and isolation, how to move shoulders and hands, and extra like body waves and head rolls. That is a different thing. You don't want to be thinking 5 things with your body and also taking steps. So that's why we're going to be doing only hip and hands along with these steps. If it's too difficult for you, don't worry, just keep your hands to your side with open up the elbow between the rib cages. Don't be tight closed or hanging the hands. Alright, you will see us keeping them up. And don't execute the movement until you feel comfortable with the feet. Alright, now to start, we're going to have sometimes me facing this way, which that's how the lesson usually is done. We're going to learn our first 5 steps in one go, and then we'll do them twice with music. Why do I say twice? Because I want to keep the video shorter. You will go afterwards, find the folder with the music I gave you, find the song with the one, and practice. Okay, now let's get started with our first 5 salsa basics. Let's go. Andrea is holding a different angle so we can show you as much as possible through a video and make you actually learn these things correctly. Sometimes you can also turn back to the front. After you learn them, you will know them. We're going to start with the 0 step. I like to call it 0 because it's just stepping on the spot. We're going to do 3 steps on the spot, starting with the left. 1, 2, 3. Now with the right. 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now let's try continuous. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now, when it comes to salsa, this is a little bit blunt. That's where we're going to come in before we go to more steps and do the hip and also add the hands. First, the hip. When we do the hip leaning on one side, like you're waiting somewhere and you're tired, your bum sticks out on one side on the straight knee. And then you can switch to the other side and switch to the other side. That's what we try to execute. Every time we step with the left foot, the hip goes to the right. With the right foot, the hip goes to the left. Again, I'm not going to get stuck on this one. You can pick it up slowly, practice it by itself, doing it only with the knees. The knees are very important to move the torso because without knees you can't do it. And now let's go for the hands. The hands is like holding a baby and moving it left and right, left and right. What happens there is we'll create distance. Turn your hands inwards. The ladies are like holding an egg between the middle and the thumb and holding this up and moving left and right, creating a void. You don't have to do a very huge movement. You can do a very small one if you like. And it goes same foot, same gap. The guys have slight punches. When I mean slight, I mean you punch, but you have them softly holding and you move your fingers. You see a little bit styling even in the beginning is not bad. Now that's all that I'm going to take. We're going to be doing more steps. Let's go slowly. I'm going to start counting 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Left, right. And to count you in so you know the speed, I will always say 5, 6, 7 and start. Okay? Let's try to put and the hip and the hands. 5, 6, 7 and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3 and 5, 6, 7. This might look very simple because we've been doing it for years, but if it feels uncomfortable and difficult for you, do not feel bad. It's very normal. You don't walk in every day in the street and doing this movement or walking like this. Usually dancing is not easy to learn and it's not natural movements. Okay, now you've noticed something, I hope you've noticed, that we don't do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There's like a little pause. That's because music, salsa music specifically, is written in 4/4 time. So when we do a full basic, it's 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But the 4 and the 8, we do nothing. We don't do a step. We have 8 beats, but 6 steps. So we have what's called the salsa pause. In every step you will learn by me here, in this, the next, and all courses, we're using the pause. Okay? A nice easy way to think about it is quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. I'm sticking to this one and I'm taking my time because it's very important to be on time. Alright, one last time and think of what I'm saying. I will be counting the 4 as well. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright? Now you can keep your hands and don't do the hips, whatever suits you. Let's go for the next step. You're like, hallelujah. Well, don't worry, these next steps will go much faster because you already know the timing and the count and the musicality. Now we learn the most fundamental basic there is in salsa. That's why we call it just the basic or the mambo basic. We're going to go forward with the left, then replace the weight on the same spot with the right and close the feet together. Then we're going to go back with the right, replace the weight on the spot and then together. Now let's do it again slowly. Forward, step, together, back, step, together. Notice I'm not doing hip or hands so I can show you better. But if you add the hips and hands, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, together. Okay? Now take your time with this one because if you can't put the hips yet, don't feel bad. Take your time, take your time. And notice that you're also applying quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. There's that pause as we do in 0 step. Quick, quick, slow. Now, step number 2. Andrea, would you also turn it this way with me? Because you can see it much better when we are turned around. Step number 2 is quick, quick, slow, and quick, quick, slow. So it's like going forward and back, but we go to the side. Remember to replace on the same spot. Don't bring the foot in. Keep it where it is and close. Then move to the side on the other side, replace and close. And just to solve a question that I usually get from my beginners, Alex, do we always start forward with the left and back with the right? To the side, always with the left and always to the right? Until you reach from the beginner, improver, intermediate level, yes, you try to keep a standard way of dancing. And especially on the basics, if you're doing the basics, it's always the left, forward, and always the right. So now we can combine together these basics. We have 3 basics so far. On the spot, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, repeat. 1, 2, 3, and next, number 1 basic. 1, 2, 3. We're going to be doing 2 times each time. 1 more time. Now when we finish and conclude the 8, now we can do the next step. And 5, 6, 7. If you like, don't use the hip. Just keep the hands up. And then back to the basic. And 1. So you've noticed we'll always have to bring to conclusion the step 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 before we connect something else. No, it's not always a law or a rule of thumb, but for a beginner you want to learn it like this so you have complete 8s and not break the music because you will have problems enough staying on the beat for these basics. Now we will continue with a very nice basic which is called Latin cross. The Latin cross, instead of going forward, we're going to go back in diagonal just behind the other foot. Then replace the weight. Let's turn to this side. There we go. Now we're going back with the left, replace the weight with the right, and step to the side. Now you've seen it on this side, so I needed you to know that we're stepping on the spot. Let's see it from this side. We're going back 1, 2, side. Now with the right foot, 5, 6, side. It's your first step that you're learning that the feet are apart. And remember the quick, quick, slow. I'm getting annoying, I know. And quick, quick, pausa. Quick, quick, pausa. You see I can use my hips and my hands. Bam, bam, bam. Now we're doing it a few more times. 5, 6, 7, back to the basic. And 1. Our basic is our go-to. Is where we go to every time we finish another step. Alright? Now, to connect with the Latin cross, which is the back step that we just learned, they also call it the Cuban cross, they also call it just cross. We're going to do an over-opening. This will give you, when you're with couples, these steps, your first figure. We're going to go back as we did, and back as we did, but now we're going to turn 15 minutes to our left and to our right. Notice that there's not much pause now because 1, 2, because every time we use that pause to turn 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, conclusion back to the basic and 1. So this is not a new step, this is a step that is combined with this one. We will have one more of that. Okay? And the last step that we do for today, don't think it's too much, guys, because what's coming next in the video, not now with music, after the other steps, that will be your next day lesson. This 5 steps that we're learning today, these are your lessons for today. You're gonna take the music I give you and you're simply gonna practice 1 or 2 days, or no matter how long it takes to learn these 5 steps well, to stay on the rhythm, to stay on the one. We're gonna dance it with you as well with music, and then you can move on to the next lesson. Before you do the next lesson, repeat this lesson, the first one, and then start the new one. And that goes for everything in this video. Okay, this is very important that you don't take all of this video and do it in one day. Take it easy. These are the only steps we're learning. And here's the last one, the right turn. I will ask for my lady to be turned this way. Now the right turn is a very cool turn. It's for the ladies in the beginning, but also for the guys. It's very important how to turn. There is right and left, but because of this lesson, not to get it too long or too many things, we're only going to learn the right turn, and in the next one we learn the left turn. So we're here, we do one basic first, forward, 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, and so. Now 3 steps, left, right, left. We're going to turn diagonally at 2 o'clock, 1, turn half a turn, 2, replace the weight, and 3 come together. Now we finish with the left, so that's the right one. And what does the right foot does? It goes back. Now the only thing we've done here is that we replace the 1, 2, 3 with the 1, 2, 3. A full 360 turn. Okay? Now Andrea, turn back to Bravo. And now that you know how it looks from that side, you can rewind the video and watch it again. We're both going to do it on this side. First basic. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. One more basic. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Turn to the right. A little bit slow. Left, right, left, and back. Very well. We've learned our 5 steps and we're ready to go to music. Before we do that though, let me give you a little advice. In all the basics, forward, don't take too much weight. Little bit. 20%. Side step, don't take too much weight. Little bit. 20%. When you're doing Latin cross, don't take all your body weight back. Salsa is a fast dance. Even if the songs I give you are slower and the practice we're going to do is slower, we need to start thinking ahead that we're going to end up having problems if we do large steps or if we do too much body weight. And the turn as well, you don't want to put all your body weight and come back all the way here. You want to put part of your body weight and come back. Or even less, just point and turn, and it looks like you're impaled on the spot. I know, that's dark. Okay, now let's do it one time without music, and we will be doing twice each basic. It doesn't have to be twice. You can dance it 30 times or one time or mix them, but we're going to have a structure just for you. We're going to do 2 on the spot, 0, then 2/8, then the basic, forward and back, then side to side, then back to the basic 2 times, then the Latin cross. We're gonna open up twice, 2/8, go back to the basic, and then we're gonna do 2 basics and the turn. I know you're thinking, hey, you're talking too much, these are too many things, but they're gonna make sense very much now that we're gonna do it. Here we go, before the music, repetition of everything. First on the spot, we will be using hips and hands. If you like to, also use them as well. 5, 6, step 0. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Basic, here we go. Forward step 3, 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3. Next step, side 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3. Back to the basic, mambo basic. 2 times as we said. It gives the mind time to think as well. The next basic, Latin cross or Cuban cross. We go back and side, back and side. Repeat again. Bam, bam. Now we open. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Back to the basic 6, 7. Basic 2, 3, 5, 6. One more. 1, 2, 3. Let's turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Basic. 1, 2, 3. Let's turn to the right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then one more basic. And finito la música, pasado la fiesta. Welcome to your first salsa steps. Let's do them to music. We're going to do them 2 times to music, all of them, times 2 each. And then you will repeat that the next day, and get ready. Do not be in a hurry to grab your partner yet. That will come slowly when we finish this first video. Let's go. Let's go with music. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. On the spot, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, one more. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, one more. 1, 2, 3. To the stop. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6 again. 1, 2, 3. Basic. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. We go back. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Open up. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Basic. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Right turn. And 1, 2, 3. 5 basic. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. So, welcome back. Well, if I am correct and you did everything like I told you, this should be the next day you're watching this part. Okay? Don't do everything in one day. The first part was quite large because we had to learn all the fundamental basics in salsa in one go. Those 5 steps are so important, you will use them in every level. But now we're only going to do 2 steps. They're a little bit more difficult, but they're worth it. We're going to do how to do the left turn, the variation of the left turn, which is very useful for the guy and for the lady when she does a combination, which that will be our 3rd video after you learn this, the next one with partnering, and then the combinations. Okay, so take it slow. Now, before you start this lesson, I suggest you go back to your previous one, do the 5 basics, rewind it, do it not only one time with us, and put your own music and do a whole song with it, then come and learn these 2 steps that we're going to do today. Let's get started. Andrea will be facing that way, and I will be facing again this way, so you see the differences in different perspectives. Now, the left turn, we have the right turn, but the left turn takes a full 8, except the variation. So, we start off with the basic as always. 1, 2, 3, pause, 5, 6, stop. Now, we're going to go forward with the left, and we're going to bring most of our weight forward. Remember in the previous video I said don't bring your weight forward. This are the exceptions. This is where we need power to stretch our bow so we can allow ourselves to turn. Turning and spinning is something that, in quotes, demands preparation. You can't just from 0 go to 100. You have to prepare from one side to turn to the other. So here you might twist also a little bit your shoulders. Replace on 2, start turning, and 3, you turn exactly 160 degrees. So you turn to the back. Now your right foot will go forward. 5, you haven't turned yet, is important. Many people here on 5, they tend to start turning. So you want to go 5, and then turn full half a turn again, 6, and stepping the left on this foot, and then feet together. Now if the right foot goes a little bit forward instead of together, that's okay. The basic comes very naturally and easy from that. Let's do that one more time. Rewind it, guys, if you like it, because I want to keep this video, because they're online lessons. I don't want to make them 2 hours long. That would be just too tiring, but you can just rewind it and watch it again. All right, so we do the basic first. 1, 2, 3, left, turn, go. 1, to the back, forward, turn, together, and back to the basic. And again, as before, when we put music, we will be doing 2 basics, and then we're going to execute 2 times the move. Now, let's learn a variation of the left turn, which is finishing by 3, doing the 360 degrees by 3. So watch it here, we're going forward. 1, 2, and 3. Keep that right foot up because 5, 6, 7, you go back. The ladies will tend to use this more, but it's very cool for the guys. Let's do 1 basic and variation left turn. That's how we call it. Variation left turn, or the turn left variation. Okay, let's do the left turn and then the left turn variation. Let's go to a basic first. 1, 2, 3. Left turn, go. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. Basic 2, 3. Now left turn variation. 1, 2, and 3. And 5, 6, 7. Basic. 1, 2. Notice that we're going faster in order to make it on time. Go. 1, 2, and 3. Keep that foot. 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6, 7. So this is one of the 2 steps you will be learning for your today's lesson. Again, this is 1 day's lesson. You don't want to do the next lesson that comes in this video. Okay? And you want to practice with us until we finish. The next step is a very cool step that I pick up from one of the styles of 6 famous styles that exist in the world salsa. This is LA salsa on 1. There is mambo, there is on 2, there is Cuban, there's Puerto Rican, there's Colombiana salsa. And where we are going now is the Colombian step. It's a very nice step. The guys do it on their heels. The ladies do it on the ball of their foot. Yes, because you cannot do it on the heels. You can try it, but you won't be able to do this step extra. Now, the lady will turn this way, and I'm going to be turning this way just for the beginning. Instead of a basic forward, we're going to go swivel in. You see, it's like you want to go pee-pee. So you turn and swivel out, and then bring feet together. Then with the right foot, swivel in, swivel out, and together. Repeat. Swivel in, swivel out, together, swivel in, swivel out, together. Now, it's not finished. There's 2 more things that we need to do. We've learned how to do hip left and right. There are many variations of hip movements. The figure 8, the circular, the forward and back with body wave, and so many isolations. And you can also find where I show in one of my other courses, body movement and isolation of all these things. You know, a little marketing doesn't hurt. Now let's continue. About the Colombianas, we need to use the hips. Swivel in, swivel out. If you straighten out your hands, it can really feel more intense. Now, watch here, the chest, because we're going to be dancing with partners or a show or in front of somebody, does not move as well. You try to keep this facing forward, and as much as you can, swivel your hips. Bam, ba, bam, ba, bam. Okay, now if we try to apply hips, like the step is coming from your hips, not the step as itself, and we're going 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Repeat, 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Much different. And for the guys, keeping your heel as high as possible. If you like your style to be lower, that's fine too. That gives you speed. But the higher you keep it, the more nice it looks. Now the last thing that I'm going to turn this way as well is taking a step. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now really enjoy it. You know, I don't feel like I'm doing a step. I'm feeling that I'm dancing from my body. I'm going to go okay? We don't have to do that this fast, don't worry. Give it time. That's why I'm saying only these 2 steps are enough for 1 day's lesson. And we're going to do it 1 time without music, the Colombianas, and then we're going to put music to do it 2 times each. So you can practice with us and then use the folder I gave you or go online. You can also find songs that are called cha-cha-cha music, which you can dance them instead of the regular dance cha-cha-cha. Dance it salsa. It's 4/4, you can do it, and they're slow and you can practice nicely on them. Let's go and do 1 time the Colombianas before we go to music. 1 basic, 1, 2, 3, Colombianas, 2, 8, 10. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. Basic 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. Notice again, we have what I said in the previous lesson, the quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Alright? So, rewind the video if you like to learn them more, if you haven't learned them yet quite fluently, before you do it with music with us. Let's go to music. Alright, now we're going for the next 2 footworks we're going to be learning. We have the Suzy Q and Mites is great for toes. Now these are a little bit more higher level than the ones we did so far, but if you practice the before lessons in this video 1, 2 or 3 days, and then you come to this lesson, you will have more familiarity with the timing, you will feel more comfortable, and you'll be able to learn these more advanced steps. Okay, because I did promise you in this course that you downloaded from me, I will teach you from beginning, complete beginning, to social dancer. Not the best or advanced one, it's still a beginner course, but you will have many things to dance. Alright, so let's get started first showing the Suzy Q. The Suzy Q is probably one of the most commonly known steps, and there is two little tricks to it. Using our hips like we did before in the Colombianas, and also keeping the back foot always on the ball. Okay, so what do I need? Let's do a basic first. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going to cross with the left and then bring this behind, and you notice it's not down, it's up. Then cross again with the left. Bring behind, cross again with the left. It's not so many times, I just did it again and again for practicing. The actual timing goes 1, 2, 3. You only cross 2 times. Now you're going to lift the right foot. 1, 2. You see the heel is up? 3 or 5, 6, 7. And then let's do it one more time. We always say 2 times each. Tap, tap, and tap, tap, tap. Notice I didn't do any hip here when I told you, but I did keep this one. Watch it again with the basic now, using the hip as well. 1, 2, 3, Suzy Q, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, repeat. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 in the basic. 1 and 2 and 3, 5 and 6 and 7. So this is quite an important step, and fortunately it's a step that you can also do with your partners, just like all the other steps I showed you so far. On the next video, not this video, when we start partnering, I will show you all those steps, well, most of them, how they are danced with partner. Now, rewind if you need the video to learn it well, and the Suzy Q, one of the most famous steps, and then we're going to go tibidi, tibidi, tibidi. Mites in Greek, and that means toe of the foot. We do a basic first, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and we touch in, out. The second time that we go, we don't touch, we bring our weight and we lift up our back heels, all the weight is on the left. Now we're going to do the same thing with the right. In, out, cross. Let's do that again with the basic. 1, 2, 3, here we go, 6, 7. In, out, cross and lift, in, out, cross and stop. Now, if you have watched the previous videos only today and came to this lesson, you will find that I am being a very annoying teacher and I'm teaching you 2 difficult things. But if you follow the instructions and you give a few days in between practice, when you come to this one, you will feel ready and you can do it with your timing, okay? So, don't hurt yourself by trying to do too many things at a short amount of time. Let's go one more time. With this time, we're going to do the backward tibidis, mites, noses, and basic 1, 2, 3, so we complete it. We go and cross, cross, bam, 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 bam. Now here, same thing, but the third step goes back. So we move back. Might be a little bit hard, but with practice you'll get it. Now touch with the right, step back. If you like here, move back and tap with your left. That's number 8, the pause. We are becoming more improver. And 1, 2, 3, and 5. Improver, I always say that and you're like, what is it? Isn't it beginner, intermediate, advanced? No, it's beginner, improver, intermediate, advanced. When you know already the steps you know so far, you're not a beginner. You don't know 0 things. You know 10 things. So you're an improver level. Alright? Now, let's do before music how to do this basics on time, 2 times each. Okay, 2 basics, 2 Suzy Qs. When I say 2, I mean 2 8s. 5, 6, basic. 1 basic, 2, 5, 6, 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Suzy Q. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, repeat. Here's the second time. And we finish it. Back to the basic. 1 basic. Another one. Now let's go for the second step. Tibidi, tibidi, tibidi. 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7. 1 and 2 and 3. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Stay where you are. Let's try it one more time with tibidi. Here we go. 6, 7. TBD, TBD, cross, TBD, TBD, cross, TBD, TBD, back, TBD, TBD, back and tap, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. You rewind this video, learn it, get it comfortable. I know I'm getting annoying saying that every time, but it's very important to be comfortable with the steps before you try with music. Many people think that the music helps. The music might actually make you stumble in the effort of trying to make it on time. So practicing without music is very helpful, and then when you learn it more like second nature, not completely perfect, but learn it better, then do it with music with us and with the download folder I gave you to practice a full song. Let's go to music now. One more bass line. Susie Q. Hey. Bass line. One more bass line. Susie Q. Alright, you might be thinking, okay Alex, enough, I know enough steps, I want to start with a partner. Well, maybe not just yet. In this little fragment, in this little thing, I'm just going to show you one little step. Only one. Only one. It's 2 8s, but it's one. It's called the lace. Like the way you stitch a lace or the way a lady wears the lace, because it goes like that. It gives that feeling. It exists in many styles of dances, and it's very important to know, and it's nice to know it when you're a beginner already and not wait to go to an intermediate level to learn a step like this. It's not difficult. I'll break it down here for you, and then we go with music. Just one step. Let's go. Okay guys, now we do a basic first as always. 1, 2, 3, so we see how we get started. I've done everything, so we start off with the left every time, so we make it easier, so I done it here as well. We're going to cross just like we learned on the previous video. If you practice a few days and you come here, you will find this easier, because we're also using hip and we're also using rotations of the foot. We're going to cross, step to the side, then with that foot again, cross but behind, step to the side, then cross to the front. Okay, so what's happening there is that this left foot is crossing, then there's a side step, then it's crossing, then there's a side step. But each time it changes. One crosses to the front, side step, crosses to the back, side step, and then crosses to the front, side step, crosses to the back. Okay, so to find this pattern, I'm going a little bit close to my partner so we have space to do it, and you can see it. Cross, side, cross, side, cross. Why don't I do more? Well, first of all, there's not much space, but that's as far as we go. We're going to execute now what's called a mumble kick, where we lift the knee up and extend out. Up to the level of the knee is perfect. We don't have to do it too much. Please do not do this. Please lift the knee first, and when you kick with your toes down, not up. Okay, now let's try it. Here we go. Lace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now notice on 5 I changed something. I turned at 2 o'clock. When I'm talking about hours, I mean this is your 12 o'clock, and then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 15 minutes, half an hour, so you learn the distances. Here we lift up and we do a kick. We step back with that foot and step to the side. We finish half of it, guys, because that was on one side. We do it on the other side, and we're done. And that will be your whole footwork you need to learn to be a good beginner to improver level salsa dancer. After this, the second video you will love. We're going to do all these steps with partnering, except this one because some of them do not work with partners. So let's do one last time to the right and then connect to the left. And cross, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're ready. We're going to cross with the right. Whatever the left was doing, the right will do now. We're going to cross, step to the side, cross behind, step to the side, cross to the front, a little bit diagonal, lift the knee up, kick, step back, and to the side. From here, move most of your weight on the right foot so you can go basic. Notice I did not bring my foot forward just like that. First I brought ankle to ankle, then I went forward. Small details that I like to share that actually make difference in how your basic look more fluent and a little bit more artistic. Okay? Now, I haven't put a count to it yet because first it's better you learn the steps, the movement, and then you see how the count works. Basic first, 1, 2, 3, lace, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Now that was with count. Rewind it, do it a few times to realize the count, and when you're ready, come and do it with music with us. We're going to do it 2 times with the music, but again, it falls to you that the next day and the one after, you will put a full song and practice all the previous one and this one. So again, before you do this one, go back to all the previous ones, do them, and come to this one and do it with the music that says 1 so you don't lose the beat, and try it with other music as well, because there's over 30 different styles of music of salsa. So you might find some of them easier to listen to one, some of them more difficult. But it's not your fault, the ear develops at its own pace. Take it easy, let's go to music.